Yo, Aidan, what's up?
It's almost done.
Understood.
So the final wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass is finally here, and I think many of us can agree it's kind of bittersweet.
I'll be honest, it's been a hell of a ride these last 2 years with many ups and downs. If you've been following my coverage of this thing for the past year, you know that 2023 has been an amazing year for Mario Kart content with a continued rise in quality every wave. And of course, Wave 6 is no exception. In fact, Wave 6 overall feels like a true celebration of the last 2 years of Mario Kart. Every track here is on par visually with Mario Kart 8, and no course here feels like a wasted spot. They are all extremely fun and enjoyable and have most certainly earned their spot in this wave.
If you ask me, there really isn't any downsides to this wave at all. Every course here is fun and interesting to play on and is visually on par with the base game. Granted, it took 6 waves for us to get to that point, but we finally did it. If you ask me, the only real downside I could list for this wave is the fact that it's the final wave of the entire Booster Course Pass. I think we all know the drill by now. I have done this twice already before, so without further ado, here is the 6th and final wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass.
At this point, it's common knowledge that Mario Kart Tour is one of the major reasons that we got this thing in the first place. Playing through these over the last 2 years has been interesting. There have been some high highs and some disgusting lows, and considering the prominence that Tour has had in every wave, how does the final lineup of Tour tracks fare in comparison to the rest of the booster course?
As many of you know, Tour has seen a major uplift going into 2023. At the beginning of the year, I said Wave 4 had hands down the best Tour selection out of any wave so far. And when Wave 5 came out, it most certainly was a worthy competitor, and honestly, it really is up to personal preference. But now that we have Wave 6, I think I can definitively say that Wave 6 has the best Tour selection out of any wave in the Booster Course Pass.
To start, all 3 Tour courses are on par with the base game in terms of visuals. It's been a fucking battle over the last 2 years to get to this point, but hey, we finally did it. On top of that, no course overlaps another here, which has been a major issue with Tour courses. There was a point not that long ago where all the Tour courses kind of felt the same. It seems that starting this year, Nintendo realized these issues were starting to bother the community because this year has been a complete 180 in terms of Tour, with courses like Bangkok Rush, Singapore Speedway, Athens Dash, LA Laps, and now Madrid Drive and Rome Avante completely changing the game. These are 2 stellar tracks based both on design and visuals. Going into Wave 6, I was leaning towards more Rome Avante because it seemed like it would be similar to Athens Dash in some regards, but damn, it is hard to choose what track I like more. Rome Avante feels like a mix between Athens Dash and Paris Promenade. For me, the Coliseum was always going to be a major draw, which it still is, but the fact that the city sections are just as enticing is awesome to see. Considering the fact that I often think of the Roman Empire, this course is definitely a solid addition. Now, Madrid Drive was a complete surprise for me. I didn't really know too much about this course, but holy hell, it's hands down the best city track we have ever gotten. To me, Madrid feels like the culmination of every city track we've gotten throughout the entire booster course. You're inside, you're outside, you're on the road, you're in the town, it's all really cool to experience. It even has a little Coconut Mall-esque section, and considering I saw that course as a bit of a letdown in Wave 1, having a much better represented section here is more than welcome. It even has a giant-ass wiggler in the middle of the town square.
Look, I'm not sure how canon exactly the giant wiggler is to Madrid or Spanish lore, but I do appreciate its inclusion.
On top of Rome Avante and Madrid Drive, we also got Piranha Plant Cove, but not Piranha Plant Pipeway. Okay, I don't care too much about its exclusion, but you at least gotta ask why they left exactly one tour course out of the whole thing. Anyway, my initial perception of this course is that it would have been similar to Ninja Hideaway, Sky High Sunday, Merry Mountain, you get the point. And although this is a completely original track, there are so many elements that are prevalent in the tour courses. For one, this isn't the classic 3 of the same lap format. Its format is exactly what you would see in a tour city track. It's really weird because this kind of track layout has been exclusive to the city tracks this entire time, but hey, if this is where the future of Mario Kart is going, I'll accept it. And surprise surprise, this course is a ton of fun to play. In fact, for me personally, I get a lot of Wario Shipyard vibes from this course. If you know, you know. I will say it is a little weird that we didn't get a completely new track for the final wave, you know, like they did in the previous 2, but considering I've never played this course before, it's basically a new track to me.
Hey, goddammit, Nintendo, where is Piranha Plant Pipeline? Look, generally speaking, Super Nintendo tracks tend to be really uninteresting.
Of course, being the first game in the franchise, it's bound to be very basic, especially considering the power of the Super Nintendo. We got one Super Nintendo track back in Wave 2, and it fucking sucked. Okay, unironically, it's not my main gripe with that wave in particular, but its inclusion certainly didn't help it. It's just a really basic track that nobody really asked for.
Look, but in my 15 years of playing Mario Kart, I have come across two important conclusions about Super Mario Kart. Number one, its Rainbow Road is not only iconic, but peak. Fucking come at me. Number two, the Bowser Castle stages from that game are fucking awesome.
To me, there was always something unique about the SNES Bowser Castle stages. Compared to the basic-ass Bowser Castles of today, they definitely stand out a lot more. To me, the flat nature of these stages just adds to their charm, unlike other returning SNES courses.
Okay, so I gotta admit, I fucked up a little bit. So I was going to spend this next section talking about how Bowser Castle 3 from Wii and Bowser Castle 1 from Mario Kart 7 really, inspired me to really like these SNES Bowser Castle stages. Turns out they're both GB8 courses. But, I mean, in all fairness, the same rule applies.
So when I heard that SNES Bowser's Castle 3 was returning, I was very excited. The best way I can compare it is to Boo Lake's return in Wave 3. These aren't revolutionary courses by any means, but to see these track designs come back after not seeing them for a decade is something really cool. Now, Nintendo could have done the bare minimum with this course and I still would have been happy. However, they completely revamped this course for modern players and it's fucking amazing. This course may be on the shorter end, but it is intense. The big thing here is the inclusion of the anti-gravity sections that I think completely changes up this course. Although, to be honest, I feel like it takes away the Super Nintendo charm just a little bit, but that does not denigrate the value of this course in any way. In fact, it proves that you can update a Super Nintendo track to fit modern standards.
And this must be said because one of you fuckers are going to figure it out eventually. When me and my friends were first playing this stage, we all went off the same ledge thinking it was part of the course. It wasn't. Yeah.
As many of you know, there has been a constant battle between fans on whether or not Dino Dino Jungle or DK Mountain would make the cut. This has been a rivalry going on for a while, going all the way back to Wave 4, maybe even further. For some reason there was this perception that it was going to be either one or the other. This stopped for a little while when the rumor of 2 GameCube tracks was coming for Wave 6, but when Daisy Circuit was shown off to be a part of Wave 6, the rivalry was reignited. And, well...
That's right! DK Mountain's back, baby! Everyone said Dino Dino Jungle, but guess who's not in Wave 6? Dino Dino Jungle! Eat shit, Dino Dino Jungle! DK Mountain Supremacy! Can you tell I like this track?
Yes, I know. I've been begging for this course since my first video on the Booster Course Pass all the way back in Wave 4, and what can I say? I am really happy that it's here.
So let it be known that Dino Dino Jungle was the perceived favorite for a long time by a ton of speculators. I'm not gonna lie, I lost a little hope, but now that we have it, I don't see Dino Dino Jungle anywhere. So I guess they were wrong.
I mean, what else is there to say about this course? It's DK fucking Mountain. Well, you have the amazing visuals, the volcanoes redesign, the integrated ramps, the wider area, the fucking bridge. Okay, if I'm to talk about one thing here, it has to be the widening of the mountain. So this stage has always been big, but here I feel like it grew a bunch. Kind of the opposite of Daisy Cruiser last wave, where that course was made tighter, this one was made a lot more open. Not a criticism, in fact, I like it a lot, just a weird observation. Now, since we are talking about a Donkey Kong course, it's only fitting that I talk about the 2 returning Kongs. I'll be honest, there isn't too much to be said except for the fact that I'm happy that Funky and Diddy are back. Again, Wiggler is my all-time favorite Mario Kart character, but Funky is definitely in my top 3, so it is cool to finally see such a fan-requested character return.
For me, the thing that intrigues me the most is the fact that that video I did a while back predicting the characters, I got 4 out of 5 of them correct. Alright, number 1, nobody gives a shit. Number 2, still 4 for 5. Get the fuck out of here.
Throughout most of its life, the discourse surrounding each upcoming wave has been dominated by the three major leaks: the banner leak, the music leak, and the prefix leak. If you've been following the booster course like I have, no doubt you've run into these three. And by the time we made it to 2023, these speculators were almost certain they had figured out not only what courses were coming, but also what waves and cups they would be a part of as well. And although it was cool to know what to expect, it kinda undermined the hype that I and many others had for the upcoming waves, basically making the whole thing a waiting game. As many of you know, the original idea of what Wave 6 was going to look like ended up being very different from what we got, thanks to two of what I like to call mindfucks: Daisy Circuit and Rosalina's Ice World, two courses that were not only not rumored or theorized to be in Wave 6, but the entirety of the Booster Course Pass, yet they are here before us.
I'll be honest, I had to wait for Wave 6 to come out so I can make a fair assessment on both courses. It's not like these two are revolutionary by any means. However, having refreshed my memory, I can safely say that these two are absolutely worthy additions to the Booster Course Pass. Not best of the best, but definitely above average and definitely a ton of fun.
Out of the two, Daisy Circuit is the clear frontrunner. We got a total of 4 circuit tracks in the Booster Course Pass, making for a total of 6 in the entire game, and out of all of them, Daisy Circuit is the best. In fact, looking back at the entire Mario Kart series, Daisy Circuit may be the best circuit course overall. It's just so unique in its layout and design, which are attributes that are always lacking in the basic circuit courses, and to even have little touches like Daisy Cruiser in the background is just so neat to have. It's like, oh, I can go there! Rosalina's Ice World is another welcome addition to the Booster Course Pass. I know I was a little hard on it in the last Mario Kart video I made, but hey, more Mario Kart 7. For me, the main draw here is nostalgia. Mario Kart 7 was my Mario Kart game, and to be able to relive this is truly something special. Granted, there were a few courses from 7 that I would have wanted over Rosalina's Ice World, but I'm not gonna lie, this makes me happy.
Now, these two tracks were surprises that we knew about going into Wave 6, but in addition to everything we got, Nintendo still had a few tricks up their sleeves.
Booting up the game, you'll probably notice this little music section to listen to the game's entire soundtrack. Considering I heavily used the Smash Ultimate music feature, this was an awesome surprise. Also, they added a fuck ton of Mii costumes. I don't know why, but they are most certainly welcome additions. I have notoriously been against the inclusion of Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road. It's not that I don't like it, rather I just feel like Wii has been way overrepresented in the Booster Course Pass. Also, I never really remembered it being anything too spectacular. To me, the quintessential Rainbow Roads are SNES, N64, 7, and whatever the modern Rainbow Road is. Just not 8s. I don't know. I think it would have been much cooler to see DS or GameCube's Rainbow Road return because of their relative obscurity. I picked up Double Dash a little after Wave 1 released, no correlation, I swear, and found its Rainbow Road to be pretty cool. But as we know, Wii's Rainbow Road returned to end not only Wave 6, not only 2023, but the entirety of the Booster Course Pass, hell, Mario Kart 8.
Okay, I'll give in. I may have been wrong.
I forgot how much fun this course was. The half pipes, the impossible jumps, the star beam, it's all so fucking good. I may have given this course a little bit of hate over the last few months, but at no time did I ever think it was bad. Rather, I just felt like another game could use a little bit of the spotlight. Either way, the amount of joy that me and my friends had playing this course cannot be understated.
And after being included here in the Booster Course Pass, I think it may be safe to say that Wii Rainbow Road has officially earned its quintessential status. And that was the 6th and final wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna let that play through, but seriously, this wave has felt like a last hurrah and a true celebration of the entire Booster Course Pass. Like I said at the beginning, it's been a hell of a ride for the last 2 years, and Wave 6 feels like the most satisfying conclusion. It's the most fun and polished wave out of the entire Booster Course Pass with no low points whatsoever. It's kept us speculators on our toes for the last few months, and every course here is visually on par with the base game, and every course here has legitimately earned the right to be here. The only downside here is the fact that this thing is finally over. It's a day I never thought I would see coming, because it seemed so far away when it was first announced. But that was the 6th and final wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Truly the end of an era. All right, looks like that's a wrap. I think we're all done.
Where are the videos for the other 3 booster courses?
Oh, don't worry. They'll come.
So will I.
I hate you. I hate you with a passion. I hate you with a passion.